Today I'm going to tell you a story about a kid I went to elementary school with, back when things were pretty normal. Actually, no, things were never normal in elementary school. I went to a public elementary school, and I met some of the weirdest kids I've ever met at elementary school. Yeah, at recess, kids are like, "Hey, wanna play run away from the graham cracker with an AK-47? Sure! You better run, kids, I'm gonna eat your butt! Teachers are sitting there like, what a fun game. One sad kid on the buddy bench. Another kid trying to play a game. Hey, can I play with you guys? Sorry, our group's full. Full? You're playing hide and seek. Sorry, we're filled up to the brim here. It's like that episode of SpongeBob when he's trying to get the salty Splatoon. He sends them to Weenie Hut Juniors. Like, that's like elementary school recess games in a nutshell. But today I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about this one kid in particular that I went to elementary school with. His name was Gabe. Gabe was an odd character. He kind of just appeared in 4th grade. And the first time I ever met him was in class when he screamed, "I have a question!" and raised his hand and was like blown away. Teacher had to enlighten him. That's not how you ask a question. You just raise your hand. He made sure to scream, "I have a question," every time he raised his hand in class. And I will let you know, out of the hundreds of times he had a question, not one question was useful whatsoever. Today, we're going to be drawing a bear with our pencils. I have a question. What are we drawing? A bear. I have a question. With what? A pencil. And then I had my first serious run-in with him in the restroom. Like I said, this was a public elementary school, a really sad public elementary school. The bathroom, you had to like walk past all these falling apart stalls to make it to the urinal section. There's 3 urinals on both sides of the wall with no separators and sad brick walls with one very high sad window that let in like one stream of light, like we lived in jail. It's jailhouse rock in here. And I was using the left stall, the left urinal, and Gabe appeared in the bathroom, and instead of using the far right urinal like a normal person, he flew right to the middle urinal, and he was extra close to me. He might as well have been like, "Mind sharing your urinal?" Like, seriously. Get some space, man. Don't you know the rule? And he pulls up, parks right at the urinal, takes his pants all the way to the floor, so his bare cheeks are flying out. Kids are like, running away and shit, like he's about to let loose. And he looks down at my dick, looks up at me, gives me a great big smile like a cartoon, and then gives me a giant thumbs up, and finishes up his pee, picks up his pants from the floor, and waddles away without washing his hands. And I couldn't believe what just happened. I sat there frozen that this man pulls up, drops his pants to the floor, smiles at me while I pee, and gives me a big approving thumbs up, and then charges out of there without washing his hands. So I was not Gabe's biggest fan. Every time people were like, "Do you know Gabe? He's so weird." I was like, "Yeah." And then I'd tell them the same story I just told you. And then my final sharing moment about Gabe, other than him just being odd in general, is one day, it was field day. And Gabe kicked everyone's butt at field day. He was up, down, and all around. And he kept doing, like, basic wind dance animations and, like, all sorts of strange dances and jumps and smiles and, of course, his favorite thumbs up. And we were heading back up from field day. Long day of getting our butt kicked by Gabe. And on his way up, a couple spots behind him here, he trips on the last few steps and lands at the top. And he goes, "Miss England! Miss England!" and starts running over to her. And she's like, "Well, Gabe, what's wrong?" And he looks at her, deadpan, silent, and then just goes, "I fell up the stairs." Everyone went silent when he announced he fell up the stairs. And she goes, "You fell up the stairs?" And he points to the sky and goes, "Up." Everyone's looking around, like, what the fuck is he talking about? Up the stairs. I don't know, I guess he fell up the stairs. I'm just imagining like a cartoonish roll up the steps. And she's like, I don't understand what you mean you fell up the stairs. And he's like, "I fell up the stairs!" And she goes, "What, like you rolled up the steps?" This is my favorite thing. Because not even she knew what the fuck he was talking about. "You fell up the stairs." She's like, you rolled up the steps? I'm confused. And he goes, "Up." And then he walked away. And that was it. He just walked away. He walked to class. And we got back and she's like, what the heck? And that was the end. And that was the end of 4th grade, and then he vanished. No more Gabe. So yeah, we got back 5th grade, he was gone, and there was just the legacy of Gabe and his strange urinal habits.
Some days I'm like, fuck spitting, nah, just kidding. I'm always crashing like my phone cause it's bug ridden. I'm just living, wishing I could better be. Fuck tripping on the past, I'ma let it be. 1 minute, I'm singing in the rain shower. Next minute, I'm surrounded by my Mayflowers. It don't take hours, it's like a roller coaster. Up and down, bump around, then the show is over.